along with David. The idea here, David, is to get people to plan their trips for the upcoming season, because like I said earlier, you've been doing this now for how many years, going to Cowboys games?
This will be season 10.
10 years. Congratulations on number 10.
Thank you.
Did you ever think 10 years ago that this venture of yours would turn into this?
I really didn't. And things have changed a lot in our business structure as well. But, the Cowboys stuff will remain. And we really enjoy doing it, and we love it. So it's going to continue. And I don't know if I saw it like this. We're only committing to one bus per game now. And that's where we're going to stay. But it's going to stay.
At the peak, how many buses did you have?
I think the biggest game we did was 3.
Oh my God, that's a ton of buses.
Yeah, 150 people.
So 50 per bus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, for someone that's never been on one of these Dallas Cowboy trips that you host, explain exactly how it works.
Well, we take off pumped up on Friday night, and of course we serve some adult juice on the bus, and so we take off Friday night, head out there. We get in Saturday morning, we have breakfast, and then go check into the hotel. Everybody gets a little bit of time to rest and freshen up, and then we have a current Cowboys player come over to our hotel, and we have a private meet and greet with that player. So it's kind of like a little pep rally where everybody gets to meet the player and autographs and everything like that. So then that night, everybody's free to do what they want, which is, typically Saturday night. Yep. We stay at a 4-diamond hotel. It's the Omni, so it's beautiful. Sunday morning, we wake up, check out, get everything loaded up into the bus, and then head over to the tailgate party, which, as we talked about earlier, is fantastic. That's 3.5 hours prior to kickoff, and then just walk over to the stadium because we're right across the street, literally. Go to the game. After the game, we load up and head back to El Paso.
That's an awesome trip.
Yeah.
That's just, so it's like a whirlwind, really. Right?
Yeah. Oh, it really is.
And are you on every trip?
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's been a lot of games.
Yeah.
A lot of games, a lot of miles. Yeah.
But I mean, listen, it's your business. You want to make sure you're a part of this whole thing.
For sure.
Make sure everybody has a great time and enjoys everything, and you oversee the whole operation anyway.
Absolutely. And we've got a really good team that understands it all now too, after this many years. And of course the guests have gone year after year. So typically 20 to 30% of the bus on every trip is repeat guests.
And when it started with the Cowboys, now you do trips everywhere, right? You go all over the place.
Yeah, we've done concerts, and we might be doing a soccer trip for the Copa Ora, the Gold Cup semifinals.
Nice.
Yeah, Six Flags, Schlitterbahn, all that stuff. Disney, we've done all that stuff.
So you've done WrestleMania?
Yeah, WrestleMania twice.
That's awesome.
Both times it's been incredible.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I know it. So I mean, really, this concept has caught on in a big way.
Yeah,
it really has.
Cool. It's really cool.
All right, I got a question that came in on the app earlier. Adrian, you'll like this one. This came in from Robert here in El Paso. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but I'm convinced, Robert says, as long as Dak Prescott is the quarterback, they will never win a Super Bowl. All right, West Coast, let's break that down. As long as Dak Prescott's the quarterback, they will never win a Super Bowl. What's your reaction to Robert, who messaged that to us on the app about 10 minutes ago?
I would think whenever you put negative connotations on someone's future, I would probably think that you don't like that person individually. You know what I'm saying? Because, you can't predict someone's future. You know what I'm saying? And whenever someone's picking, people tend to, when they don't like someone, they tend to pick their future negatively. But when you like someone you do like, you pick them positively. But for the people out there who say, hey, I do have stats and facts and I do have legitimate reasons on why I like Dak, this is what I would say, right? First off, if you feel that way about the quarterback, you already show that you are putting too much expectation on the quarterback position, because football at its essence is the ultimate team sport. There is no quarterback in football that is good enough to do it by themselves. Aaron Rodgers was looked at as the best player in all of football, wins the MVP, doesn't win the Super Bowl. So what it says that having the best player in all of sports still doesn't guarantee you that you're going to win a Super Bowl. The question that you need to ask about Dak Prescott is this: is he good enough? Matthew Stafford was a good enough quarterback who also led the league in interceptions, and in that same year, he won a Super Bowl.
That's right.
Why? Because like I said, at its core, football is the consummate team sport. So Dak doesn't necessarily have to be the guy. He has to have Dak. No, don't get me wrong. There has to be moments where Dak does show moments where he is above above everybody else on the field. But those moments are really few in between. You're not asking Dak to be Dak for 4 quarters. That's not what you're asking. You're asking Dak to be a quarterback and then facilitate to the ball, because we have 7 first-round picks we have 6 current first-round picks on our offensive line. On our offense. There's only 11 players on the entire offense.
More than half the offense is first-round picks.
Yeah, so it's like you have the talent.
Yep.
You either have first-round pick talent or a guy like Dak Prescott, who was a 4th-round pick, but he won the Rookie of the Year. So theoretically, one would say he probably should have been a first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like over the years, those are the type of players that you've had on the team. And it's like, it's not just, the onus is not just on the quarterback. It's just like a business. The owner is just not on the owner. It's on everybody. But obviously the quarterback does get a little bit more headway for it. But I just say stay patient, because Peyton Manning didn't win his in his first 7 years.
That's true.
John Elway didn't win his in his first 7 years.
Takes time. Only Patrick Mahomes, unless when you have that exception, because let's be honest, Mahomes is just in a different league.
He's in a different league, but he's also in a different conference, man. Like
conference. Let's be honest. The AFC compared, I would take the AFC over the NFC any day of the week in terms of difficulty. Look at the teams you got to go.
I don't know. I'll put it to you like this: the NFC East had 4 teams in the playoffs up to Week 7 last year. You know what I'm saying? And think about this: everybody always says that the NFC East is bad because every year we have a different champion. I feel like that shows the competitiveness of it. Because think about this: how often do you have repeats in the actual NFL as Super Bowls? Not often. As good as the Kansas City Chiefs are, have they repeated? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Why? Because there's parity. There's too many things that change in the NFL. So it's like, I think that Patrick Mahomes is a guy that absolutely fell into the perfect scenario, and has won. I think Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys have not always put their full trust in him. I'll say it like this: each year, like last year, they got rid of Amari Cooper, right? He was your leading in this. This year, you get rid of Dalton Schultz. Like every year, if you look at the Dallas Cowboys, whether they say money reasons or whatever that reasons, every year they take a weapon from Dak and they say, Dak, we're going to need you a little bit more. And I'm giving another example. This year, Ezekiel Elliott's gone. So who are they asking to fill those gaps? You're not going to ask Ronald Jones. Dak Prescott is going to be asked to throw the ball more. Why? Because Ezekiel Elliott's not there. The exact same thing they did with Amari Cooper. When Amari Cooper, what did they do? When Amari Cooper got traded, we didn't say, oh my God, CeeDee Lamb, you got to go get 2,000 yards. We didn't say that. Everybody said, man, Dak got to make this guy. He got a James Washington. Dak got to do those things. So there's a huge level of expectation on Dak Prescott. And to be honest with you, man, even if he wins a Super Bowl, and I do believe he will, I don't think it'll ever leave him, because when Troy Aikman got up out of here, there was people that still didn't like him.
True.
Well, first off and foremost, you got to improve on the things that you were not good in last year. I'm not a guy that believes that you just get better in stuff because the season started. So, I mean, last year, the Dallas Cowboys, we were 26 against win rate against the run. I mean, our offensive line has to move people. You know, that has to be the thing. And they have to do it more effectively now, because now it's funny because Zeke got 12 touchdowns and everybody said, yeah, but they were on the goal line. I'm like, okay, well, who's going to get those 12 touchdowns now? Like, who's going to get those 12 touches? So we have to, one, get better at the things that we weren't good at last year. And then we do have to compensate for the things that we lost in the run game and in the pass game. Protect your quarterback, run the damn ball, stop the damn run. And I feel like you're going to give yourself a good chance. And you have a quarterback in Dak Prescott, who I believe is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC. I didn't say the NFL. NFC. I think he's a top quarterback in the NFC. So you have enough. Just do your part. Stop the run and run the damn ball.
Let's see. By the way, if big if, Tony Pollard is healthy. He can easily take the bulk of the carries and do some big things. In fact, Cowboy fans will say the last couple of years that despite having Zeke on the roster, Pollard was the better of the two backs. More durable, more explosive, and it always seemed like good things happened when Pollard touched the ball.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I give a little pushback on it because, like, the thing about what people understand about Ezekiel Elliott is a running back. When you know he's running the ball, you know the defense knows he's running the ball. Like, they're gonna stack the box, 8-9 men in the box. When a guy like Tony Pollard's on the field, there's always the allure of you throwing the ball and passing the ball to him.
That's the beauty of it.
That is the beauty of it. But I don't necessarily think that diminishes what Zeke does, because there are times like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, goal line situations where nobody in this stadium is going to believe that you're going to pass the ball. We're not going to believe it. You're going to run the ball. And there's more times like that in football where you have to oppose your will versus you just having to be creative. Because I think Kellen Moore is a phenomenal engineer. I just don't think he's a construction worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can create some stuff, but you don't see engineers making buildings. You see construction makers making buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe that part of the reason Pollard was so successful was because of Zeke? In other words, Zeke set up Pollard because there were different styles. Defenses had a game plan differently. But if you just threw Pollard in your face, 100% of the time, teams would have an easier chance to try to adjust, even if it was the catch and the run, versus knowing you have that 1-2 punch of Zeke coming right at you and Pollard beating you in different ways.
I would absolutely agree with you. And I think the Green Bay game kind of showed that last year, because Pollard, we got 14 carries and we were up by 14 points. And we had to bring in Malik Davis because they say he couldn't go. They said, there's rumors that he was too tired. He was this or there. But the Dallas Cowboys were up 14 on Green Bay, and we could not continue to run the damn ball. The reason being is because we didn't have that bell cow type of running back. And it's like, when you're up in games, when I'm up in a game on a team, I'm not trying to fake like I'm passing. No, I'm trying to run the ball, and I'm trying to burn this time off the clock. So, the hope is that the Cowboys can find a way. I think they're going to do running back by committee. I don't agree with any type of committee on anything in football. But I do believe they're going to try running back by committee, because it looks like each running back that they've brought in kind of does something different from each one. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
One of the biggest things for me is seeing people happy. That's kind of why I enjoy doing the tours. I mean, I get to allow people to do things that they never thought they could do, and meet people they never thought they could meet. And so it's just a really cool experience seeing the smiles on the faces.
Tell us about tomorrow's event and how it's going to work with the meet and greet starting at 4 o'clock, and just kind of, if people are heading over there tomorrow to headquarters, how it's going to go down.
So hopefully it's going to be packed. Everybody should come out and want to see these guys. But we're going to have a handful of people booking people for the trips. So at that point, you'll figure out which games you want to go to.
What's up with you guys?
Get your ticket then to take in to get your autographs. And then you don't have to book a trip to be able to get an autograph. You can still show up and purchase tickets for different autographs.
There'll be autograph tickets available for purchase as well as
Correct.
but if you do the trips, you get the autographs.
Correct.
If somebody wants more information on how these trips work, just go to 915tours.com.
Give us a call, 915-922-7777. Super easy. 922-7777.
Hey guys, 922 and a bunch of sevens.
Yeah.
You're all set.
9 minus 2 is 7.
I like that. That works out well.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, great to see you, David.
Likewise.
Congratulations on everything, and this is going to be a big event tomorrow, so have a good time with that. West Coast Cowboy, enjoyed the conversation. Great to meet
Thank you, sir.
And keep doing what you're doing, man. It sounds like you're just having a blast doing it, and that's really what it's all about.
absolutely. And hey, I will be back out here week 2 for the Cowboys versus Jets. So, man, if you need me to swing back through, man, have your Jets shirt on. I have my Cowboys shirt. We can figure it out on air.
I'd like to see you that week. We might
let's
spend some time.
let's
That
lock
sounds
it.
like a winner, man. All right, very nice. So we get to go from David and West Coast Cowboy over to Charlie. Well, let's get this traffic update as we continue.
Hey.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
Man, can I please take a picture behind that backdrop with you?
Sure.
Bring Adrian in here. I'll take one right here.
You play high school football?
I did.
Where at? You
At Eisenhower High School.
Nice.
I was a guy that was really should have. I was a natural track